All right, welcome once again. Everybody on Facebook and YouTube, appreciate you. Omaha e-bike enthusiast here and DJ Crew on YouTube. So check out that channel and make sure as always to like and subscribe. As y'all know, we get those subs, we're gonna be doing giveaways and we get 1,000 subs and you get a bike. So it's time to get involved. Tell your friends, brothers, mothers, sisters, goats, whoever can press the subscribe button to do so. And just leave a comment and hit the bell so you always get notified when I'm on. It's based on subscribers, and then also I'll take all the people in the comments, and that's how I'm going to give you a giveaway. But once I hit the subscribers, I'll let you know, and boom. Anyways, today we're at the Saline Ford Trail or Salt Creek Trail. I don't know which it's called because over this way is an actual trail that's about maybe 2 miles long. That's kind of a mixture of dirt and mountain biking. And then up this way is a pure mountain biking trail. We'll look at it, but we won't ride it. And then behind me is what I think is a Saline Creek. And it's just really across this dam around these RVs and right into the town. And it's literally probably, I wouldn't even say half a mile. But let's go ahead and get with it. So let's swap it and move on out. All right, away we go. First, we're gonna head over across this cool bridge. And I'm using 2 cameras, so we're going to see what's going to work. I'm not sure when I'm going to use the helmet camera today. My Insta is my favorite camera, but it shakes too much. So, and my GoPro type camera is awesome, but again, it's not a true GoPro. And so I have to use just an external mic or internal mic. That's why you guys can never hear me. So we're just crossing over this river. One thing I also forgot to say is they should have just called this the Morman Trail or whatever, because technically this is an area where they crossed in the beginning just after they came into Nebraska from Omaha. And it was the Mormon Trail. Which I think is pretty cool. So today we're just going to hit a bunch of areas of this because it's like 2 or 3 trails and they're all short. But I didn't really want to go on a long ride today. Originally my goal was to do a camp out tonight. But like I said in my last video, our weather has been so bad that it's like it seems like it's okay in the day, and then right in the middle of the night we start getting all these types of hot winds, tornadoes, and where I'm at is a low area. It's called Ashland, the town of Ashland, and there's only about 3,000 people. And tornadoes, yes, hit big cities, but we all know they hit the small towns. And this is an area that gets hit a lot. And on that rooster tail, that weekend, in this part of town, at a place called Two Rivers, a person died in a car, and because a tree landed on the car, and someone else got hurt, severely hurt, injured. And then, the night that I was at Rooster Tail, and I left, thank God, but that night, another tree in that area fell, and another guy got killed in the car. So yeah, not cool. But anyway, so it was late. I don't have my camping supplies yet, because it's like everything, it takes time. But finally found a porta potty, so I have to use it. So we're going to come up here. And this should be a campground, but they don't say you can put tents up here and stuff, so I don't know if you can or can't. Because I'm just trying to find a place. I don't want to end up in some KOA or something. And being that I'm not a tent guy or a camper, I don't normally know where to go. But this is actually a Frisbee golf. Sorry for all the shakiness on this one camera. Got to be careful. I'm coming up into those things, and I could have a freaking chain through them. Get me killed. But yeah, this is the entrance to the mountain biking path, which in no way will I go on here. But yeah, as you can see, this is a mountain biking path. And it seems okay, but I've gone on it before with another bike, and I'm just not into all that. I don't mind going down these like little trails and stuff, but this bike is definitely not made for that. So we're going to head over to the main trail. I think. Of course, I'm too afraid to go even down something like this. I just had my ribs broke 8 weeks ago, so I definitely have to be careful. And honestly, I forgot to put the bug spray on. This wouldn't be too bad if I had a different bike. And if I had the recording on my chest or helmet. Fuck. Yeah, we're sitting here today, 93 degrees at 6 o'clock at night. I did put out a Facebook post to get some people to come with me, but it was kind of last minute. But unfortunately, I got a lot of people joining the page, but they don't want to ride bikes. I don't know what the deal is. We'll go over the river once again here. They have a path on one side, not the other. And the side we just came off of is the side I need to go on. There's the crate. Yeah, I'm already sweating. I've only gone for what, 10 minutes, and I'm already sweating my butt off. But yeah, this town has, like I said, 3,000 people roughly. And like I've said before in my other video, just about 2 miles from here is used to be, back in World War II, a training base for the Army, but it became a National Guard base and reserves National Guard. And my last duty station was there when I was an instructor. But I never, all the times I'd come down here, I never knew, other than the main street, which is actually not the main street, but the comes off the highway, I never knew there was an actual real town in here. So let's just go through here. Now we're headed on to the actual real trail. Again, very short trail. Last time, if you watched the video I did on this trail last time, I did do a few mountain bike ramps and things like that. but that's because I had a different bike that was a lower to the ground. I felt safer on it, and it didn't go nearly as fast as this bike. I love this bike, but this is the bike I broke my ribs on, so I have to be careful. But yeah, for the people in the group, I was trying to find something an easy ride, like 2 to 5 miles. Because when you ride with a group, you can't just do your own thing, you know. And I usually ride on a Thursday night group, but they had taken some time off. It was so hot. And then when they finally came back, well, that's not a good place to just leave a generator. When I came back, that's when my ribs were broke, so I couldn't do anything. I don't know how much you're catching on these cameras, but all over this trail is mountain biking trail. See it right there. I'll try to catch some more. I'll do the helmet camera on the way back so you can see what I'm looking at. It's like, thank God I had 3 cameras going during the rooster tail because I had lost some audio. Whereas the 2 videos previous to that, I didn't have any audio. Because again, I don't think this, my action camera doesn't pick up, and it has a mic you can plug in, but I tried that when I first got it, and it doesn't have any sound. The sound just moves. I don't know why. And so that sucks. And then any type of wireless camera, nothing works with it. It doesn't have a Bluetooth in it. That's the only downside to this camera, no Bluetooth. So my mic doesn't sync up to it. And then when I use this Osmo, which is a great camera for walking around and stuff, and it's got a good it's DJI, but it works, but the camera itself is so shaky. So I think what I'm going to do is sometimes use the audio from the one and the video from the other. I don't know. If you look at the rooster tail, I was using 4 cameras. But like I said, I always forget pieces. I always have to do stuff because I'm one guy out here trying to learn the trails and navigate the trails, because my motto is go to a trail I don't know and see what I'm going to find. That's a nice spot right here for drinking the beer. This is just a lovely little cruise trail, especially if you're a hiker or runner. Because you could do this trail. It's like I said, it's like 2.1 miles. And last time I think I went up here and it just kind of stopped. Or it might go in the town, I'm not sure. I know it goes by this, I want to say sewage plant. It sucks, man. It's like, ugh. Oh, they still haven't moved this tree. This tree was down last time I was here, last year. And no one's come out with a freaking saw and chopped it down. The trail itself is totally great, but and the only reason it's good is because, like I said, that first part is all that frisbee golf. Yeah, water treatment. It is surprising, though, going past this one, because I know it's not just for the 3,000 people here. It's probably for about 5,000 to 6,000 people in the area. It's not as stinky as you think it would be. I always love this, too. Going to farmland, and it's literally only like 2 acres of farm. But what happens is these guys sold off their farmland and kept plotting it. So now they got to take their freaking machines and go across roads and shit like that to get their, 30, 40 acres. Because if you don't got at least 30 acres, you ain't making no damn money. I could understand if there's like sweet corn or something where they're selling it at a stand or something. That'd be cool. But yeah, this road or this trail will actually end up right back in the city. I don't know why I say city. It's in town. But I picked this trail today because I wanted something a little different. But I didn't want to go onto, normally I'd go to like Whispering Lake, but that's full of concrete. Well, I get tired of riding on concrete. I mean, like I said, I'm not into mountain biking, but I'm not into wimpy trails. Last time when I did this video, I didn't come all the way out here. The town itself's pretty cool. Again, it's another one of those towns so close to the main city. It's 40 miles roughly out of Omaha. And there's a town before it called Gretna that used to look like this, and now it's all huge. And now this town's becoming huge. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch cameras, and we're going to go with our helmet camera.
Start recording.
All right, so now we're going to use the helmet and go back on this trail and see what else we can see. Hopefully there's audio. I checked. The audio on this helmet's not nearly as bad as the camera, because the camera sits further down. Now we are going into the wind, so as I said that, I'm probably full of crap. On these helmets, they need a jawbone speaker. I got two helmets, so I got like $400 in helmets, or $360 in helmets. One won't answer phone calls, and the recording is like shit. And then the other's got good recording, and will answer phone calls, but you can't hear me, and it turns itself off. But it's easier when you're riding to take a shot with the helmet because you can turn your head. I have to stop and turn my camera or move and take my camera off. But I'm getting better at these cameras. Once I get really good with them, then I'll add the drone in. So I can have the follow me crap, so I don't have to stop and take shots of drive-bys. If you watch my Rooster Tails, the first time I tried the drive-by shot, actually not the first time. The first time was just with the GoPro, and I had it angled one way, stopped, turned it the other way. But on the Rooster Tail, I had one just like I did now where it followed me, but then I had a second camera, the GoPro camera, or action camera, up further, so it could catch me coming back in. I thought that shot was pretty cool. See, there's a mountain bike trail I was telling you. There's one. Yeah, I did like 3 hours of recording or more on the last one, edited it, and got it down to about 45 minutes. But between the rides are fun, but between trying to do all the camera shots, That's a pain in the ass. And then if you don't get the shots, you don't have them. And then when you go to edit, that's another, you know, anywhere from 2 to 4 hours, man. Not that I'm complaining, but it'd be nice if I actually had 10K people watching. That's what I would say. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And then I came up here last time and it was blocked off. I'll just turn around because this is the other part of the farm, like I was telling you. Except this one, you can actually just go around this path and get to it. You can go across it, but it's not the trail and technically on private property. A couple videos back, I did about 3 miles through a farm, a field, but that's actually slotted as trail property. There you go. There's a bridge. Obviously, they're not working. Trail closed. Get in repairs. I hope someone sees that sign. See, this is what I was talking about. Look at these people. I watched some guys do this shit. Look, they jump off of this and land down there. How the hell do you do that, man? If you get up in the air, there's sticks in your head, and I don't know, man. I know that's fun for some people, and it might have been fun for me when I was, because I did motocross, but we're talking when I was 15. At 57, man, they need backup on these damn bikes, man. Yeah, here's another bridge. Yeah, I went down that path last time. There's some paths. You see, I don't know if you guys can see them. I'm trying to show you, but there's a path. Those aren't too bad. Yeah, here, I'll go into one. This is just a little path. This is something I could do. Something like this, I wouldn't mind trying. Again, even doing that, I still almost broke my head. But that's why you wear a helmet, right? And even on this trail, they do have a bike repair station. Thought that was pretty cool. A nice little seating area. There's a piece right there. They're actually clearing it out, I can tell, because it was so overgrown. And I know that's what they like, but the guys I see doing all these jumps and stuff, their path is a little bit clearer than what you see here. Like, look at this path. It goes in and then, boom, there's a log. You got to be able to close up real quick. Nice little jump on there. That's an earthen jump. That wouldn't be too bad. I don't mind whoop-de-doos and shit. Let's see what it's like. Oh, I couldn't even get up. It was too muddy. Yeah, this gives you an eyeball view of it. But look, see, this is what I'm talking about. All this crap, and you can't see what's coming up. And I'm dragging a tree. Yeah, and look. Dead right there. I'm not going through another tree. I already got a tree all on me. Look, see? You guys didn't believe me? It's not a tree, vine, whatever. I do a little bit for you guys, but that's it. I know you guys wanted to see me wreck and break a rib again, but we ain't gonna do that today. But what's nice is there are a few little trails here that, if you want to get a little adventurous but you're not crazy, you can take a few of these little trails that give you the sense of actually some adventure. And this is where I pulled off last time. We're going to take a quick break and I'll show you some river scenes. All right, so we're at the little park bench, old as heck. And last time I was here, it wasn't even cleared out. On the trail, I don't know if you noticed, there was another park bench, and I think that's new. But this thing here has been here probably like 50 years. What kills me is if you look across this river, which dumps into the Platte River, I believe. This is a tributary. But you can see how they're clearing out that area over there. Let me get a better angle. And I would assume it's either a house or houses. I mean, it could be some kind of industrial, but either way, no matter what it is, ticks me off. I would assume houses, because why not put houses right on the river, right? But who knows? But let's go down here. From that bench, here's another path. This is a mountain biking path. And I walked this last time. I didn't ride it. As you can see, this is where the thing is. They're not that wide. So even if you have 4-inch tires, you're pretty much taking the whole damn thing. But what I do like is these nice looks into the river. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I'll take a quick walk through here. But this is why I don't do this. Look at this. And I know you guys, say something in the comments if you do this. But look, you're going at high speeds and you're going right between two trees. One slip, and this isn't dirt and mud, one slip, you're gonna break an arm, break a leg. And I'm sure a lot of mountain bikers, you guys can tell me how many of you guys have broke your legs or broke body parts. But on regular trail, I had a wreck and broke my ribs. And to be honest, like I said, when I was younger, this stuff didn't scare me. But there's some guys I'm watching now, 40, 50-year-old, well, 40s. I haven't seen too many 50-year-olds. But they're doing these trails like it's nothing. There's one YouTuber I watch, I forget his name, e-bike guy or something like that. And, but he does all bikes. Maybe he's all bike guy, I don't know. But see, the path isn't that long. But yeah, so I watch him and it just kills me because he does all this shit. He reviews e-bikes and puts together and fixes e-bikes and shows out on his video. He does a lot, to be honest with you, more than I'm gonna do, because he doesn't necessarily do unboxing, but he does take a bike that doesn't work and repairs it and then shows you a test run. But then he's got other videos where he's out mountain biking with his buddy. I mean, hell, I wish I had a buddy. But I also think if you are doing trails, this one isn't that hard except for those bridges I showed you that you have to jump into nothing. And I've seen what he does, it's a lot worse. But if you are doing that stuff, I wouldn't do it unless I was with people. Because if I got hurt, who's gonna help me? This trail here, I've been on it twice now, I've never seen one other person on it. The Wabash, like I was telling you in the last video, every time I'm on that, I at least see 5 people. So if I do get hurt, somebody will probably come by. But yeah, so got a couple more shots I want to set up. So let's get to it. All right, so we finished the main ride, and this is another little piece in Ashland called Oxford Lake. little man-made lake, catcher and release. Can't put any boats on it. But I thought it was cool just after the ride to come over here and check this out. They got a nice little gazebo area over here. It's a nice little lake. But what I find fascinating is these houses. Like I was telling you how they're building all these houses out here. And most of these are all the exact same house. I think they're duplexes. But pretty nice. And then if you go over this way, they have apartments. But yeah, I kind of wanted to just kind of show you that real quick. As you can see, still on the bike. Gonna head into town now, maybe take a few shots there and then head back. All right, so now we're in the town. It's just a little bit of the housing area. But look at the houses. These are the older homes, but look at this. Look at that big boy. Not getting a great shot of it, but that's because we're hooked on my bike. But look at beautiful. That's a beautiful old home. Anyways, this is an older street. This is when it was developed. I mean, you know, we're talking like 1890, 1910. So this is the older area. We saw a little bit around that lake, the newer stuff going on. Hey, there's Progressive. Where's Flo? Is that Flo's house? But this is typical old small town Nebraska. We've come up through here before. I believe this is an Airbnb, but I want to show this real quick. Let me unscrew this. But look. Hey, Joe, Nick, a Carnegie Library. He always loves to point those out in towns. But again, Carnegie, back in the day, spent a lot of money building all these libraries across the USA. And what's funny is, I haven't seen one in Omaha, in the big city, Omaha or Lincoln. I'm sure there must be one. But there always seem to be in these small towns, which I guess is cool. All right. Get up here. And I believe this is an Airbnb, which I was thinking about staying at. Oh, bed and breakfast. The Roost. 1908. All right. Let me pause this for a sec. All right, this is a side street off the main strip. And this is their big bar. PW's, Pub and Grill. Twice I've been here, but the first time, or BW, sorry, the first time I went here, there was nobody in there. And now I don't want to go in there. But they apparently have live music here at Flutterby Fines. I don't know why you'd have live music there. And this over here is a wino shop. A wine shop, I'm kidding. It's a wine shop and bakery. I'm not sure what this is. But this town is pretty awesome. Okay, now this is the main strip. Not like what you showed, Joe. This main strip of a town of 3,900 people is packed. Every shop has something. All converted bank buildings, stuff like that. I mean, that one still shows the signs of Butters. They even show a bike here. I guess they're bike friendly. But yeah, tasting room, established 2019. And, oh shoot, I couldn't get that in focus. But this is the Butters. They still have that where the signage is in the tile. I always find that pretty fascinating. And then you got Blue Jays ice cream and candy. And an old groceries and feed. Yeah. So pretty cool stuff, man. Very busy downtown. Hey, Renzita, this is for you, Paradise Studios. See, that's what's still in a small town, just like back in the old days with Elvis in Memphis. That's where you went and got your stuff recorded, at a small, little off-the-wall recording studio. And we're coming around here to the side. It's always hard on a bike to get everything, but I love this place. It's built out of an old house. Looks like the old 1970s style, weird type houses, but look in there. I don't know how good you guys can see that, but can you see the records on the wall? Pretty awesome stuff. All right, before we head out here, I'm going to try to go down the main street, at least a little ways down. And you can see it's the old stone. But for this to happen in town for 3,800 people. They got a band playing here. We're going to take a drive right through it. And then we'll turn around and go back so you can see it all. Sorry, it's bouncing hard. We're on Brick Road. It's beautiful, beautiful. But the town, that's pretty much the end of it. But look, this is an old auto shop area. And they've refurbished everything here and reused it. Old bank buildings, everything. So hopefully Joe and Nick, maybe since I subscribed to your channel, you can subscribe to mine. Get me a few viewers. You do your stuff from a car. I tend to do my stuff off of a bike and walking, but the feel's the same. You're a lot better at all the stats though. So next time you're in Nebraska, come and check out Ashland. But I love this little town. I mean, town of 3,900 people. I mean, with the surrounding community, I'm sure there's probably more like 6,000 to 7,000 people, but what a place, what a nice place. They're having a rehearsal dinner in there. So we're gonna head back to the car, get loaded up. But this is the type of town where people are on bikes. Well, I don't see many, but they support bikes. And golf carts. Playing some nice Beatles music. And even though they think our state's red, I just passed a sign, stand with Ukraine. Yeah, stop giving away everything, Trump. We don't want to give anything to Russia. But what a nice ride we had. I want to finish it off this way today. We rode that trail like 4 times to get about 10 miles out of it. At the beginning of the screen, if I put it up, you'll see it, the trail, and it's only going to show like 1.9 miles, but that's not all we did. We went all around and did a bunch of things. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, as always, like, subscribe, hit the ring-a-ding-a bell, do anything you can to help out, share the video. I appreciate it. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up here. And in case you guys didn't get to see, I'm wearing the Rooster Tail shirt. This is actually from last year's ride, but oh, another thing, on the trail when we did the little bit of mud trails there, I lost my sunglasses. But the second time, I actually went back and found my sunglasses. I mean, I can't afford to lose them. They're $100 Oakleys, man. All right, peace, love, rock and roll, and all that jazz. Till the next video.